Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of December 3rd through 16th, 2024. This is a reading if you're Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising, or have another significant Aries placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is a 12-card horoscope spread using Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche. Rather than using tarot this week, I'm actually using the Black Moon astrology cards to elucidate our reading here and to clarify it. And I'm going to use the Norse runes as our extra oracle for this week. At the end, I usually like to do a summary if you're not familiar with this channel. If you do have any interest in the work that I do, please check the description box below. You can find my website. I do have a link now currently to gift cards that are on... I think basically it was like a Black Friday special if you wanted a gift card for a reading, but I'm probably going to extend it farther into December for people who want it. It's $20 off the readings with me. So if you want to check that out, in the description box below, and also the link to my Instagram, if you want to follow me there at transition.life.coaching. I do a daily live stream with another daily tarot reading and some more about my coaching and other things. So yeah, so anyway, if you're interested in any of my services, which goes beyond just doing tarot, please check the description box below. Okay, so let me get into your reading, Aries. Now this reading basically covers the duration of Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde runs until the 15th of December. So, this is a time when communications can get screwed up, when it's not a good time to sign contracts. It's not a good time to buy new technology. There's a lot going on right now where that particular energy of communication, commerce moving ahead may be slowing, is very slow. This can also bring a return of people from the past as well. So if you have certain past issues or past people that suddenly turn up again, typically they stay for the duration of retrograde and then they disappear again. But this is basically a time of revisiting, reinvention, and correction, really. And we also got Mars going retrograde at the same time, and as Neptune is going direct. So it could be kind of a time when it's going to be really hard to tell like what's real and what's not real for a couple of weeks. I think we've kind of felt that way, actually, probably since at least the end of October. But yeah, this is definitely kind of a nebulous time. So let's dive in and see. Now, right now, it just seems like you are definitely you are conveying joy to other people because you have the part of fortune in the first house. And this is where your joy lies in astrology. And you have it with Osiris. And this is really very strongly your energy. It's usually either Aries or Sagittarius. This is a card of leadership, of having good judgment, of having your feet on the ground, of people looking at you as somebody who's solid, someone who's a leader, somebody who has it together, and somebody who's happy. I mean, with part of fortune, there's definitely this sense that you are, there's a sense of almost investment in yourself and focusing on what brings you joy right now, which is a very good thing. Financially, things look great. You have the second house card is in the second house. And so this is the card of money and of owning things. So to have it in the second house is a very good omen for money and for you having enough. And with the crook and flail, I don't know if there's a legal matter that's connected to money here, or if this is just something that's going to raise your status or raise something about the work that you're doing. Generally, crook and flail has to do with not only self-discipline, but self-confidence and increased visibility. So sometimes for some people, this could be a promotion at work or something like that that's going to bring more money in. That's one of the most obvious interpretations of this setup. But I don't know. But crook and flail says to me that definitely you seem to be getting your house in order, getting disciplined. And like I said, there may even be some legal matters or contracts. But as I mentioned, wait until after Mercury retrograde to sign anything. It definitely looks like something that's going to bring money in, whether it's a promotion or something else that just it raises your visibility or status in some way. So that's also very good news. Let's see. Now let's look at the Gemini house right now. Yeah, you've got 12th house energy. So there's a lot here where you're kind of surrendering and going to the flow. There's a lot that may not be clear. And with Bast, there's definitely a sense of being friendly, being kind. There's a strong social element to this. So maybe you are planning on socializing with people, going to parties, or just spending time with friends is all possible with this card. But it certainly, at the very least, there's the idea that our intuition is the thing that we really need to focus on right now. There's a certain amount of caution with the Bast card. And having it with the 12th house card makes me think that, yeah, there's just something going on right now that it's nebulous, and your gut may be telling you something, but it may not be something that you're seeing in front of you. So right now with the 12th house, it's kind of like you have to go with the flow. This is a card of things that are hidden. It's called the card of escape. So I don't know, like I said, there could be an escape thing. It could be like, yeah, I'm just going to get away and go spend some time with friends and not deal with whatever's going on right now. I mean, there's an element of that, but I feel more like this is saying you just kind of have to trust whatever's going on right now, that you're going to end up where you need to be. And right now, trusting your instincts is probably going to take you farther than what's in front of you. Because again, this is the 3rd house. This is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is retrograde. So things are not going to be clear right now. Okay, there seems to be some kind of communication connected with home and family. Again, we have this Gemini energy, thinking, logic, communication. And the fact that we have it with Lotus seems to indicate that there may be some kind of communications that are stressful or are causing anxiety. This could be around somebody's mother, does not have to be. I am seeing Isis here in the 6th house, so I don't know if there's, somebody's mom is said to have a health problem or something. And again, if your mom doesn't have a health problem, don't worry that she does. It's just that's always a possibility here when I see this kind of Isis energy, because this seems to be saying there's something that you don't need to worry about or you don't need to stress about. This could just have to do with your home in general too. This could have to do with mortgages. It could have to do with leases, things like that. Maybe there's been some contracts that have come up. Maybe something you're concerned about. Maybe there's a landlord who's saying, oh, I don't know if we're going to continue this, or there's going to be changes made. But whatever's going on, it's just saying, don't worry right now. There could be some communications that have you a little bit bothered. And this is saying, again, this is the very logical, practical card, but right now, things are really not clear. So for right now, just try not to worry. And as we said with the 12th house card over here, go with the flow. Okay, let me just jump to your work houses here. Now this is work and this is also health. So we've got Seth here. So I don't know if some people have not been feeling well, if they've been tired, stressed, under the weather, have some other kinds of issues going on. And again, we have it with Isis. So there's definitely this sense of self-care, nurturing. And again, there's that mother energy that's connected with it. So I don't know if this has to do with somebody's mother. That's why I say that. Because this is also the house of worry. Now, in connection with your work, it could be a situation where you have to have patience. Maybe there's something you're waiting for. Maybe you're waiting for a raise. I don't know. There could be something like that you're waiting for something and you have to kind of display some patience. But the fact that we have it with the lunar eclipse card suggests to me that there's been some kind of change or some kind of news or something that's coming that you're not expecting. Lunar eclipse brings sudden changes and it's sudden shifts that we're not expecting. And this could leave you feeling very, very anxious here. But there's definitely a sense here that there needs to be patience. And generally speaking, patience. Isis also has to do with dealing with things in a compassionate way. So this is somebody who you're feeling, maybe very angry with and so forth. There definitely just seems to be a sense that you have to, again, there's this strong energy of, go with the flow, see where things go. Something may not go as you expect. It may upset you. It may not be what you want. It may feel like a block. But patience is definitely required right now. If we go up to your 10th house of career and visibility, you have the water element with Ankh. Okay, so Ankh, now I don't know, sometimes Ankh literally has to do with love. There could be some people who, maybe there's a love relationship. Maybe you're going into some work with somebody who you love. But this could also be just doing something that you love, something that really means something to you authentically to your core, or you may be being pushed in that direction. I'm seeing that with a lot of people with nodal energy. They're being pushed out of their comfort zone in some way in terms of work, but it's because they're being pushed towards the thing that they really love. Okay. And with water element, again, the meaning of this card is just go with the flow of what's going on right now. I feel like there's a lot of shifts and changes with regard to your work and maybe even with your money. But it's saying And also, like I said, there's a possibility that there could be something at home too that's under discussion. But whatever's happening right now, you're flowing into a new place and a new space. So try not to worry too much when you see this. You just have to remember that right now you're not going to have all of the information. In fact, if I look at your 8th house of transformation, yeah, you have Horus with Mars. Okay, so you've got double fire here. This is more of a Leo type card. And with Mars, there's a sense of needing to take action on something. Horus has to do with healing. Again, very friendly card. Very good about family, friends, popularity, creativity. Horus is associated with all of this. So there's definitely a green light here for you to get busy and get working on something, or to keep working on something. Mars energy definitely suggests that that you're out of a stage of just sitting still and watching something. There's a sense of it's time for you to move. But again, you're moving in this space where everything's not clear yet. But Horus certainly does promise that you are going to get to a place where whatever difficulties you're facing right now, you are going to overcome. Now, yeah, and Pluto is showing up in your Sagittarius house. Now, we're in Sagittarius right now, and there's the sense that now Sagittarius energy is how you're expanding. It's Jupiter, so it could be long distance travel. It can be higher education. It can be spirituality for some people, freedom. For some reason, there's something where you're sitting back and you're waiting because there's some kind of a transformation that's going on. Pluto brings deep changes and profound changes. So for you, this could be spiritual. This could be like a mini underworld journey, so to speak, and you do have Scorpio down here in the 5th house, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But Pluto is in Aquarius right now. It has just moved out of Capricorn. So there have been a lot of shifts with the move of Pluto. And whenever that happens, it can kind of shake things up. So wherever we're looking to do, if you were looking to take a long journey, maybe there's going to be a long journey that's going to be transformative for you, or you're going to be taking a course, at school, or going back for more education. This is really more of a higher ed kind of a card. This is deeper thinking. So there's a sense that you may be diving deep right now. And Sphinx can also indicate that maybe you're keeping this to yourself, that you are withdrawing a little bit as you are trying to absorb the lessons that are coming in. And that's the thing. It's basically saying this is something that whatever you're going through that may be uncomfortable is meant to change you, meant to transform you in a way that's going to make you the person that you need to be, or it's going to, bring you to that joy that we're seeing in the 1st house. So, So whatever feels weird right now, it's kind of like saying, just go with it and see where it leads you. If I look at your 11th house of Aquarius, yeah, you've got Earth with Leo. So definitely there's concerns about money, about security, about things like that. But again, there's this idea of putting down roots, doing things in a practical way. Definitely a sense of money coming in, possibly through friends or through your networks, okay? The strong connection to social networks here. And with Leo, again, there's this idea of visibility. I think it's interesting that in 2 of your money houses, and actually even 8th house, which is a house of joint finances, there's definitely a sense of increased, all of these, Horus, Crook and Flail, Leo, these are all about increased visibility. So somehow your increased visibility in your network and the actions that you're taking are also going to increase your resources, okay, in some way. And they are going to give you a more solid foundation for what you're doing. So yeah, you seem to be very popular right now, Aries. It just seems like there's something that you're doing that people are really paying attention to. And you have to understand that you're going to need to broaden your horizons. Like you're almost being called to that as Pluto is going to create challenges for you. Pluto challenges us to not keep doing the same thing. So the fact that it's showing up in your 9th house of Sagittarius says, yeah, you need to take what you're doing. If you've been kind of, hiding out and staying in your own space, this is like, no, this is time for you to get out and see the world, or at least connect with the world in a bigger way. And in the 12th house of, of Pisces, yeah, you got Sirius with the 6th house. So I feel like there's concerns for you about disrupting your routine with the 6th house energy here. With the 6th house energy here, I mean, this is about, I don't know, Aries, you're not a fixed sign, you're a cardinal sign, okay? So it's not like you're like Taurus or or Leo, or what's the other fixed sign? When we move into winter, Aquarius would be the other fixed one. You're not like a fixed sign here, but you are somebody, I think, who's very routine, and I think you're worried about what's going to happen if you disrupt your routine, like if you make these changes. You have Sirius here too, which indicates there may be concern about the work that needs to be done or the effort. Like you may be doing a lot of work right now. You are definitely very active. You could be tired. But this also challenges you to think outside the box. Again, Aquarian energy. This Aquarian future is challenging you to expand, to be more visible. And it seems like the changes that you are making are going to leave you in a good financial place. If that's a worry, if you're saying like, oh, well, maybe if I change things up, I'm not going to have enough money, or I'm not going to have as much of this or that. This is in your house of worry. I don't think that you don't want to let this type of self-doubt hold you back from making the changes that you need to make. Yeah, and especially since we have this Seth energy over in the 6th house of work and of worry, and maybe even of health. I mean, you might be worried about, well, if I've been very stressed out, I don't want to, if you're already worked very hard, you don't want to double your workload or increase your stress. But this seems to be saying that there's going to be a shakeup in routine, and you just have to be kind of patient with it. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely, because this is your Virgo house. This is your house of routine. This is the 6th house card. It's because routine on it. This is your house of routine, and it's about to get upended. And this is going to unsettle you, but you just need to be patient with it, okay? Okay, so let's look at your relationship houses. So, okay, for those of you who are single, yeah, I feel like you have been very protective of yourself. I mean, I think you're a very friendly person, Aries, but you are definitely somebody who is maintaining your boundaries. But you have it with Scorpio. So there's a change. Again, this is I transform. You have I transform. You have Pluto of transformation. There's something here. This may even involve a trip abroad or somebody who's far away. Maybe there's somebody you're interested in who's far away. But whatever you've been doing in terms of love, it's about to come to an end. I don't think this is the end of a relationship. I think this is the end of you. I feel like it's the end of you hiding. I mean, which is kind of interesting. I mean, yeah, in your 7th house, you've got double sun cards. You've got the winged disc and you've got the sun. This is you being visible. This is you being seen, being clear, and being in a relationship with somebody else who's seen, visible, and clear. This person could be a fire sign. It does not have to be, but but this is somebody here who is, and I don't know, this seems to be a partner who's very successful too. And the fact that I see Ankh up here in the 10th house is maybe somebody who, you may be partnering with somebody, making a change and getting out of your comfort zone and partnering with somebody who may be able to take you to, to really bring you clarity and positivity in your life. Okay, there's definitely a strong positive vibe here. And any difficulties that you may be having, if you are already married, I mean, this could indicate a very visible spouse, or it could indicate overcoming obstacles with that spouse, things getting better, overcoming things. So, yeah, so I feel like, and I know with Aries, I feel like there's been relationship stuff that you've been kind of avoiding for a time, but something's changing that. It's moving you to action here. And it's saying you that the action's going to bring you to that bright, sunny place. It's going to help you overcome anything about the past that maybe has put you off. I feel like you might be the type of person that if you've not had a good experience, you might just be inclined to say, well, especially if you have Mars in what they call, there's something that they call in Vedic astrology, Mangal dosha. And Mangal is another word for Mars. And Mangal dosha just means you're somebody who's more focused on your work and your career and doing things than on relationship. But I feel like that is changing for you. And yeah, you've got fire overall. So you're very inspired right now. You could be passionate about somebody, but this could also just be being very passionate about your work, passionate about getting rid of things that don't matter anymore. And 2 other cards fell out with this, and that was the 3rd house card, which again, we were talking about how things were unsure right now, but this definitely seems like there are messages coming in, or there's going to be some kind of significant communications that are coming in. And with Grand Trine, Grand Trine is great energy. Grand Trine is you are in the flow and you are going to get to where you need to be naturally. You don't need to force anything. I mean, it's funny, you've got this energy of force here in the 8th house, but I feel like it's just the work you're doing is going to flow effortlessly. So it's just saying, look, even though not everything maybe is exactly the way you want, maybe your routine is changing, something's going to be shaken up. Something seems to be shaken up for some of you in either the area of relationships or potentially creativity as well. I mean, this could also have to do with children. If you have children, that's another possibility here. But I feel like if we're talking about love, yeah, like there could be a relationship that's going to be transforming you. And I feel like this is going to facilitate travel, new learning, expansion of horizons, possibly expansion of spirituality. And yeah, there's going to be this need to make a change in your routine. But I mean, the fact that you've got Leo here, you've got the sun. This could be somebody who's a friend right now too, who might become a love interest, or might become somebody who is a love interest, or somebody who's going to be getting involved in the work that you do in some way, even if that's not the work that they specifically do. There's just this strong sense of flow towards money, towards stability, towards transformation. Again, transformation that could cause you to, causing you to work outside your comfort zone, to either deal with deeper matters or to travel. And I don't know, there just seems to be something about a partnership that's going to increase your visibility, and that's going to, I don't know, it's just going to be something that's going to help augment your success. So yeah, so this is a really, really good reading, actually. In spite of any concerns that you might have over here. Let's see what the runes say for Aries, December 3rd to 16th. Okay, you have Odila. Okay, now Odila is a rune of separating paths. So yeah, there's something you've been doing that, I mean, sometimes this can be about it can be about ending a relationship, or moving away from somebody, or moving away from the past. But this is about getting rid of what's outmoded. You may be doing things, or you may be in certain patterns that it's saying, like, that may be where you're having the shocks, and you're like, okay, something has to change. I have to walk away from something. I have to do something differently. But this walking away is what allows us to follow what's more authentically ours. So yeah, there's definitely a sense that you're making a break from the past here, Aries. So however that's working out for you, this is definitely, it's saying not to worry about it. It's going to take you to the right place. So I hope this reading was helpful. If you did like this video or find it useful, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.